business excellence and the importance of strategy. Hello, I'm Adèle McLay, and I work with small business owners and entrepreneurs around the world, guiding them to achieve extraordinary success in business as they define it. And often they ask me the question, what does business excellence mean? Or do I have a model of business excellence? In the earlier video 1 in this business excellence series, I talked broadly around what my business model for business excellence is. But just to recap it really quickly, here it is again as a picture. So what you can see is in the center of business excellence is this idea of strategy. Everything hangs off strategy. And around the strategy, we have very key pillars that we must be planning for and operating, actioning in our business, and they are branding, finance, marketing, customer, team, and sales. Now I've listed those in no particular order. They are just key elements of business that we must be considering. So today in this video, I want to talk about strategy and the importance of strategy in relation to business excellence. As I just mentioned, it all hangs off strategy in my opinion. So what is strategy? Now again, depending on the school of thought you belong to, strategy is lots of things, but I'm going to bundle it up and make it easy for you and put pretty much everything that I think is important into strategy. You can argue whether some should be in leadership or strategy. Actually, it doesn't matter. It's just important that you think about these things and implement them, more importantly. So strategy for me encompasses the idea of purpose, values, and vision to start with. What is your purpose? What is the reason you are in business? Why do you do what you do for your customers? And secondly, why do you do what you do in business for yourself? You might be thinking, well, what's that got to do with it? Well, everything. So let's talk about customers first. The only way in which you are going to stand out and be seen to be excellent by your customers is if they feel the passion that you have for your business. Business is incredibly competitive. You will have umpteen competitors in your market. So what makes you different from them? And do your customers feel that they are important to you? So this is why purpose and understanding and being very clear about why you want to serve the customers that you've selected to serve. And how you're going to do that around values. What are the values that underpin your business? What is really, really important for you in your business? And everybody must live and breathe. So for some organizations, it's that they're a learning culture, or they strive for excellence, or that curiosity is a value. Values is a big topic on its own, and I'm sure you can look up what are values and find some other material on them, because I don't want to spend a lot of time on values in this particular video, other than to say values are crucially important. They underpin your business. It's what you stand for and what levels of behavior and attitude you expect your team, and as led by you, to display at all times. Then we have vision. What is the vision that you have for your company? If you're just living day to day with no clear picture on where you'd like to head, that's not particularly inspiring. I believe by having clear purpose around why you do what you do and a clear direction that you wish to head in, that inspires you, that enables you to inspire your team, and for some of that you will share that with your customers, and hopefully that inspires them to support you in your journey. The purpose and vision, having clarity around that, will also support you when times get tough. And believe me, times do get tough in business. I'm certain you probably know that already. So it's your purpose and your vision that help you to get out of bed every single morning, even in the really tough times. It's those things that make you think, right, I'm going to ride out this difficult time that I'm having and just continue with my purpose to support the business, the clients that we wish to support, and to grow my business. So they are the fundamentals of strategy. Underpinning all of that and supporting all of that is the next thing around UVP, your unique value proposition. What is it that you do for your customers that is different from all the competitors in the market that compete with you. And please don't say you give service. That is so not the answer. Everybody gives service, and service is such a personal thing. What I think is service, another person might not. So what stands you apart from your competitors in the market that you're wanting to attract? And you might think, oh, well, I don't really need to think about that. I'm just a small business. That is not true. It is such an important distinguisher between businesses. If you're not clear what it is that you do and the value that you add, then you're just going to be like all the rest, and you don't want to be like the rest. You want to be a business that is excellence. This is the model of business excellence. So think very hard about what stands you apart from your competitors in serving your customers. What is your value proposition for them? And then when you've identified that, you must be very clear on the market that you're attracting, your customer profile, your customer avatar are some of the words that are used to describe this. Now, you might think, oh, well, I do this and I can serve this market. The market could be this big. Well, yes, except in trying to serve everybody and be everything to everybody, you end up being nothing to everybody. So as much as it's quite hard for some of us to niche our businesses, it is really important that we do, because when we have that clarity around what it is that we do and why we do it, what distinguishes us, i.e. the value proposition, and who we're serving, we can focus on that market with laser-like precision, and they will get our messages. If we message it correctly, they will understand that we are there for them and we want to serve them. And if they feel that through the passion that you and your team demonstrate in all interactions that a potential customer has with your business, then hopefully when they're ready to buy, they will buy from you and your business. And to support that, what is your company promise? What do you promise to do for your customers? What's underlying? What is the promise? Now, that might seem slightly nebulous, but again, these are just little things or big things that help you to be different. And again, if your customers and potential customers are feeling this, they're going to think, wow, this is an excellent business, and I'm going to look to perhaps purchase from them. So those three areas are the fundamentals of business excellence. Next, we come into what I call planning, or it's still called strategy by some people, but just to simplify it a little bit more, the planning part of what we need to do, and that is around those key circles that I have just put up on the screen for you. So branding, finance, marketing, customers, team, and sales. We need to plan our business in each of those areas. Now, I'm not going to delve into each of those in this video. I have put individual videos together for each of those circles, but other than to say, what planning means is thinking about your long-term, medium-term, and short-term plans in each of those areas, and what is it you want to achieve. So what are the goals, if you like, the key goals you have in branding, in marketing, in sales, in finance? So you might be thinking, well, gosh, that's so much. I'm a little business, and you'd be right. It is quite a lot, but it can be done very simply. I'm not talking about writing a big fat book that once completed goes on the shelf, never to be read again. I'm talking about a simple 1-page, 2-page document that gives you direction. It helps you focus your business, your mind on what needs to be done in the long term, the shorter term, and then the very near term. And that long term these days might only be 2 years. It could be a year, depending on the nature of your business. You don't want long term to be very long term. These days, everything is changing so fast. So 1 year, 6 months, 1 month, short term, medium term, long term, that is fine in this world within which we live. We certainly can't be planning as small businesses 5 and 10 years down the road. Too much change is occurring for that to occur. So in each of those areas in the circle, what are your long-term, medium-term, and short-term goals? And then what are the actions that need to occur to support the achievement of those. Now, that's not to say you're going to be busy in each of those areas every single month. There will be different priorities according to where your business is at. I'm imagining that marketing is always going to be quite a priority, because we always need to market in order to attract new clients to our business. Sales will probably be an important part. But if you're a very, very small team and your team is stable, then other than maintaining a high quality team and keeping them inspired, then there's not a lot of work that needs to go into team, for instance. Same with branding. Once you've got your company branding sorted and the strategy around your personal brand sorted, then that becomes operational. That's their action items that occur every single month. So think about what needs to occur each month in your action cycle, and make sure that work is done. And finally, we have what I call KPIs, key performance indicators. What are you going to measure? That's not just financial, that they could be statistics, numbers of customers, potential customers coming to your website, how many people opt in, how many sales you're making, what products are you selling, staff turnover, inventory turnover. There are zillions of metrics that you could be managing and measuring depending on your business. It's different for all, and the best way to think about that is perhaps to build a stronger relationship with a business coach, a mentor, or your accountant, and get them talking to you about key measures that you should be looking at in your business if you're not entirely certain. So that's a very quick summary around what strategy is for businesses, whether you be a very small business or an incredibly large one. Of course, small businesses, you do this work on a page or two. Large businesses, they have very substantial documents that they have to complete. The principles are the same. Business excellence begins with having clarity around your strategy. So why you do what you do, who you're doing it for, what you want to achieve, the values that underpin that, and then in each of those areas that in the circles, through those areas, how you're going to achieve the vision for your business. That's it. If you have enjoyed this video, I'd be thrilled if you subscribe to my channel. I'm always putting new material up on business and life and personal growth. And the way you can subscribe is to click right there, and then you'll be subscribed to the channel. If you click up there, that will enable you to be part of my community. And I share insights and information with my community on email, things that I don't share on social media and on YouTube. So I'd be thrilled if you became part of my community too. As I mentioned earlier, this is one of a number of videos in this Business Excellence series. So if you're interested in this topic and want to think about what business excellence means for your business in all its dimensions, so strategy as well as those other circles, and then leadership, then I invite you to watch all the short videos I've put together for you. Until I see you next time, be alive, passionate, and extraordinary in business and life as you define it. Bye.